Hi friends and welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan Abair and this is where I share my insights, and today I'm talking about the trouble of playing God. We have a lot of very busy people in the world playing God, and they're spinning the planets and blowing the wind, and they're burned out. And when this happens, you burn to a crisp. You get tired of playing God. And when you let it all go, you go from burnout to being lit up. And when you're lit up, you realize just how effortless life really is. Stick around. I'm using the metaphor playing God to describe people that hide behind labels like perfectionist, detail-oriented, control freak, micromanager, OCD, anal retentive, worrywart. And you see our language infused with all of these excuses that people use to essentially play God. Another way of thinking about a person who plays God is that they are distrustful of everything. They don't trust timing. They don't trust nature. They don't trust others. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust that the universe can do it. And to the extent that they distrust that the universe can do it, they burn themselves out doing it themselves. And you know the types, and you may be that kind of a person. If you think about all that's being done right now, you can't even imagine the complexity of the universe at large. You just think that you're managing your life. You think you have answers for the future. You think you can go back and mend the past. You think you have free will and control. And you think you have everything covered. That is, until something comes and bites you in the ass. See, you can't cover your ass. You're naked. You're completely exposed and vulnerable. And this scares people. And that's what's called paranoia. The people who are playing God are always, what the hell? What's that? Oh my God, I gotta do this. And it is essentially scaring yourself. And you get so tired of scaring yourself and bothering yourself, running the universe, you come to the realization, maybe the universe doesn't need me to control it. I mean, it did all right before I got here. And perhaps it'll do okay when I leave. All systems go. Well, if I don't play God, what am I going to do? Just play. If you don't play God, you're just going to play like a kid. Well, isn't that a naive way to live? Yeah. You're living naively. Remember, you can't cover your ass. Your ass is hanging out there. It's the people who think they have everything under control. Situation managed. I have everything under control. I know when I'm going to do this and when I'm going to do this and this and this and this. Just recently, I went to the dog park and I saw God. She was there with her two dogs. And I could tell my dog was sort of like, she had the fear of God in her. I was like, what is wrong? Molly, this dog over here, she's taking a nap. She's so friendly. She was so standoffish. It's like, what's going on here? Something's just... She sensed that this lady was absolutely a control freak. And so she kept trying to be in the midst of it all, to try to control it. I guess she was afraid her dogs would attack my dog. But if you've ever watched The Dog Whisperer, he's always like, just be calm and submissive. Cesar Millan understands what his job is as the dog whisperer, is to just leave them be. Let them sort it all out. Well, I should have listened to my dog and realized that she had the fear of God in her. So she went over there and sort of sniffed some things out, and the lady was trying to, okay, be nice, blah, blah, blah. And then they had a skirmish. And my dog freaked out. Sense just got fearful because God was out there trying to control the situation, you see. And so we left the dog park because God was there. You know those kind of people? Maybe you're one of those people. Poor thing, she didn't know. I guess apparently God is ignorant too, doesn't understand. So those kinds of people really burn themselves out. Thinking about the future, just trying to do it all. And I feel very compassionate for somebody who does this. And maybe it's a little tongue-in-cheek for me to say playing God, but that's exactly what you're doing. If you're always worried and you say, I'm just detail oriented. I know a person who is admittedly OCD, stressed out all the time. People will do things in this particular organization, and this person, under the cover of darkness, will go back and fix it, put it thus and such. So he pretends like it's shared governance, and then he goes and meddles with it behind the scenes. Another word for a person who plays God is called micromanager. That's a good one. Micromanager. I call it meddlesome. I call it tiresome. I call it burnout. And when that futzing with life burns you out, you've had enough, everything will come to a standstill. It'll feel like nothing's working, nothing's moving. That's a good place to start. Taking your damn hands off the wheel. Looking around, noticing how beautiful nature is, how beautiful the ordinary is, and how wonderfully timed it all is. And how you were trying to interfere. Those who play God are trying to do something. The real God does it all. If there is a real God, and I'm using the words real God to describe how reality functions. You have the observer observing, and then you go into it and you realize there is no observer. I am witnessing, but there is no witnesser. There's no seer. Seer is just seeing. There's no me seeing anything. It's all just one thing. And so the individual disappears. And everything becomes the miracle of oneness, which I essentially am. But not in a meddlesome way, but in a service kind of a way. And then you connect to that source, and then you're just given one task. If you could just focus on one thing, it would change your life. But it can't be resource building. That's lying in wait. That's manufacturing a fortress of money, things. That's, again, playing God. What if we just played and just stuck with one thing, enjoying it? Enjoying this and enjoying that, and having no need to know about the future. The future is in the hands of I don't know what, but I trust it. The future is in the hands of I don't know what, but I trust it because it's me. And the closer I get to what looks like dwindling resources or tight spaces, I feel more intimate when I lean into the fear, because I realize that the fear is me. Whatever it is I'm afraid of is me. Whatever I'm drawn to is me. Whatever I'm averted, whatever it feels like I'm averting myself is me. Whatever it is I'm trying to control is me. It's all me. It's synonyms everywhere. So there's no opposition. The universe really doesn't have an opposition. That so-called opposition is me trying to make decisions about the future and playing God. That's the trouble. When that goes away, there ain't no trouble. You don't make trouble for yourself. You allow it, not in the sense that you give permission to it. You just accept it. In this moment, I'm accepting it. In this moment, I have enough. Today is fine. Princess Leia says in one of the Star Wars movies, when she's asked about whether or not they can rebuild after the Resistance was decimated, she says, we have everything we need. They were decimated. They had zero. We have everything we need. And in this moment, you realize that. I have everything that I need. Always have. When you were born, you're just a little naked baby, helpless. And when you die, you're going to be this naked corpse, helpless. And you have everything you need. They're going to take your body to the crematorium and burn it up. When you awoke, when you were born as a baby, you had everything you needed. Your mother's breast was right there in that moment. So if you were born with what you need and you die with what you need, you have what you need now. Why are you controlling it? Playing God will burn you up. And then you go into a period of death. And then you'll light up with this aliveness of being free from all that meddlesome stuff. And you'll connect to the beauty of this wonderful, wonderful moment that doesn't need your help. It's doing fine. But there is a cooperative nature to living, and it's effortless. My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed those insights. Check out my blog, mymorningmotivator.com.